Daily Dose of Daryl, Viewers Digest, covering October 25th through 31st, 2021. There are 7 segments, each one 3 to 5 minutes. Listen to each one each day or do it all at once. Monday, magic. The real magic's in our heart. Even though some things can be explained through science, they still provide a magical illustration. This one reminds us of something very important. Monday's magic, it's going to be an interesting thing. We have some nails. I'm going to take you through these nails and show you some things, okay? So first of all, we have 6 nails, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 vertical nail. And we're going to place these down. The object is to balance these nails on the vertical nail. You think I can do them all? Huh? Okay, I think I can do them all. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Do them all at the same time, Daryl. Okay, so we'll do them all at the same time. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 0. Okay, so it's a little harder than I thought, right? Okay, so listen, here's the thing. If one will lay down and make the sacrifice, right? And then you come along and put our heads together. See the heads? Okay, put the heads together like that. Put these heads together like that. Okay, and then someone come along and help hold it all together like that. Okay, so now, probably helps to have it on a level surface, which this is obviously not. Okay, this is obviously not going to be edited. It's just the real deal. Put them together like that, and once they're there, you hold your breath to see if it'll work. Okay, here we go. You didn't think it was going to happen, did you? Hey, that's right. But listen, you see it's all hanging together. And each one of the nails supports the other. And you could ask, what's the most important nail? And a lot of people say the vertical one. Well, it's important, but what if I take the top one out? Yep, it would fall apart. And what about the ones out here? See, every single nail is important. And if one is not in its place, doing what it was meant to be, then it all falls apart a little bit. That could be a picture of a family, of a school, of a church or a community, and the world. And we all need each other. And that's the lesson, that's the magic that's in this Monday. That little thing there is a symbol of how people are meant to come together. Now, I'm going to leave you with that view, and keep that in your mind. And remember, you can take it and try it. It's not really a magic trick. It has to do with gravity and physics and friction and design elements and all of that. And it can all be explained. But sometimes we can't explain why people that get together in groups can't understand that and do their own parts. So there you go. That's Monday's magic for you. And I hope you get you about 7 nails, a block of wood, put one down, and practice on that, okay? All right. Have a great day. Get ready for Tuesday. Focus on this image today in all areas of your life. Occasionally, we are made to feel unimportant and not very essential. This illustration and our Creator remind us of the value of each individual. Tuesday Truth. carry each other's burdens. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of it for anyone else. Even Charles Dickens knew this. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. Will we keep it up after we start? Don't forget to do good and to share what you have, because God is pleased with these kinds of sacrifices. Who are we trying to please? This is my commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. Not my desire, not my suggestion. My commandment. Generous persons will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. It is a continuous principle throughout Scripture. Give, and it will be given to you. A good portion packed down, firmly shaken and overflowing, will fall into your lap. The portion you give will determine the portion you receive in return. Just another example in Scripture. So, continue encouraging each other and building each other up, just like you are doing already. So, you're doing a great job. Don't stop. But I'm too small, I'm too young, I'm too whatever. A little leaven leavens the whole lump. You're just the right size and just the right age. There's no such thing in anyone's life as an unimportant day, because you're there and you're special and you're unique and you're important. We are made for a reason. And one of the main reasons is to help others as we journey through this life together. Wednesday Wisdom.
Richard Lacey Duck Jr. This is part of the North Carolina Heritage Museum in Glencoe Mills, out here in North Carolina. Very museum voted to the textile heritage of North Carolina. One time by the Holtz, and later on by the Green family. My grandfather, Richard Hill Duck, was their domestic servant and graduated to more confidant. This where we're sitting now was my grandfather's quarters, an African-American servant and confidant between the Holtz and the Greens, who owned the place. And they actually built this on. They valued his service and his friendship so much, where they actually built these quarters onto the general store for him to stay, which is pretty prestigious as an African American back then in the early 1900s. In Mr. Holt's diaries, he was treasured and revered affectionately by Mr. Holt. Later on, when he got married to my grandmother, Lulabelle Duck, he had to move out of here. But they actually built him a house between the Holt and the Green. Mr. Green married one of the daughters, between the Holts and the Greens. And they had some special, we're still exploring, communication level where they could call on him at any time. He often did. Later on, when my grandfather passed deceased, my father took over the duties. And he was summoned in World War II. He served in the Philippines in the Quartermaster Corps in the Army. And my aunt Lily, she took over here. So the history of my family and Glencoe Mills goes. But my grandfather here, Richard, he was Richard Hill Sr. A lot of people don't know, but the city of Burlington actually sits on land of my grandfather. Now my grandmother, Lulabelle Duck, his wife, was part African American and part Occaneechi, Saponi Indian. My mother's side, and Bartimus and Katie Jeffers, were Occaneechi Indian and affiliated with Martin's Chapel and Jeffrey's Cross around here. Churches which took a lot of the place of the tribal councils, along with the Mason Lodge, when during the Jim Crow era, councils and so forth were banned, even powwows. They couldn't even have a powwow. I'm blessed to trace my family on my father's side all the way back to Richard Hill Sr. was a free man, to his sister who played with Kizzy, if anybody recalls Roots. was Kunta Kinte's daughter. A lot of people don't realize that they bought Kunta Kinte in Alex Haley's book here to Alamance County. Ruby Dee played Kizzy, his daughter. That was my aunt's, great aunt's playmate. She talks here, tapes in the museum, something about having a friend, and her father was an African, and he was always trying to run away, and they cut off his foot. And that was up the road from here. On my mother's side, I can trace back from the Okanichi to Louis, I think it was King Louis XIV, papers back to France during the colonies, speaking of the Okanichi and the tribe that was helping him inhabit the fort. Before this country was the United States of America. It was a country for us, the indigenous people, but it later became the United States of America. So I can trace before this country was this country, and to slavery and so forth. And that is a very significant part of America. A lot of American history is taught through European perspective. We all have to know each other's perspectives and each other's stories in empathy of understanding each other, so America moves forward to the land and ideal that was promised and so forth. It's a lot of the pendulum is swinging. The moral arch of the universe often bends towards justice, but we have to be arch benders. And knowing each other's history, the true history of America, it shouldn't be so much as a critical racial philosophy as it should be a critical truth philosophy. So we know the truth. In 17 years of serving this country in the United States Air Force and Desert Storm veteran, I fought for the right for all of us to have individuals. I've seen a lot of the world. It is not a perfect country, but it is the best one I've seen, and an opportunity to become perfect. Becoming a perfect country has to reflect in the people. You have to find perfect people. Well, I often joke with my host here, who is the Reverend, we were joking just outside. Well, there was only one perfect person and we crucified him. So knowing and understanding each other kind of adheres to not just the title of my book, Searching My Past to Find My Future. We have to search each other's past and know the truth to find the future of America and to find the future of America for us all. Unlike religion, politics, and love, you don't have to believe in the truth. The truth is what is. And if you don't build on what is, then you're building on fantasy and perception.
And so, what a great background, what a blend of families. We're all a part of a great big family of created people who need to get to know more about each other and where we all came from so we can build together and be together. The truth is what is. Build on truth, not fantasy. Understanding each other's story and journey is important for our mutual benefit. Thursday Thrill. It is thrilling to see what the New Leaf Society is doing locally. The transformation of Willowbrook Drive and the Arboretum is amazing. This segment today is an appetizer for you to get excited. The actual dedication is set for November. New Leaf Society in Burlington has done a lot of things in a lot of areas. In the Arboretum, you will see amazing changes and some great things to enhance the beauty of the area, and for people to be able to come there and enjoy it and have activities there. And it's a great thing that's been dedicated there for those who have served, whether in the Coast Guard or in the Army, or perhaps served in the Air Force, and even in the Navy and the Marine Corps, those who have given their lives and those who serve now, and those who have served in the past, and for those who will serve in the years to come. And we all are reminded that we have many ways we can serve. And this is a reminder not only through the military service, but ask ourselves each day when we come to places like this, how are we serving others each day? Maybe through a formal setting, maybe not. But appreciate these changes that the New Leaf Society has made possible, these living memorials, and also to get excited about the dedication and for being able to come here and meditate and enjoy this spot. Now, as a bonus, the new carousel house that will hold the newly restored carousel is getting closer to completion. Stay tuned for future announcements, but this will give you a brief glimpse of the construction in progress that's taking place right near the YMCA and City Park. The entire location has been shifted up the hill closer to the YMCA, and it's going to be a great facility that looks to be a year-round facility that will protect the carousel and provide shelter from the elements. So get excited about this. It's always thrilling to see all the wonderful things that are happening around us if we keep our eyes and ears open each day. Friday Flashback. Project Hawaii has been taking place for quite a few years, helping the homeless children. The mission of Project Hawaii Incorporated is to help the island children in Hawaii break the cycle of poverty. Since 2003, dedicated volunteers strive to enhance the lives of these children by providing year-round supportive services that help to build their self-esteem and learn the proper life and social skills to succeed. We are able to change the children's lives by providing a sense of stability through our holiday events, school support, educational training, and monthly outreach. In addition, the award-winning summer educational program has allowed the homeless children to be first-generation children to graduate high school and attend college. What an amazing, amazing program taking place in these children's lives. I was fortunate to be able to locate these people, and I wanted to share with you some of the things I found when I was there. In fact, this past summer was another example of how these people connect the world with love, bringing 125 volunteers together from all over the United States. Megan Patrick, one of the founders, and Cliff Kama Sr. are so excited and passionate about this project. They have all of these people with meals and having volunteers come and getting children back to school. It's amazing. These children live in sub-living places, and yet these people help those children hang loose better. And so I had the opportunity to show an illustration to Megan and Cliff using the napkin, and talked about how inside the napkin there's something beautiful if you work with it. And I pointed out to them how they and the other volunteers bring out beauty in these children that would not be found if these necessities of life were not provided. And so we had a lot of fun sharing this illustration, and yet it really pointed out what a great program they have going to help these children. And it was really my honor to be able, as I traveled around the world, to find these people and to let them know that you appreciate them too, and to congratulate them on their service, and to know they continue to serve. And so I encourage you to look up Project Hawaii and look into it and see what you might be able to do. Because remember, the passion in one heart can multiply and touch many others. Open your heart today and let your passion come forth. Saturday Summary. Each individual is so important. How are you staying connected in life with other people to help hold it together better? Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. What are we doing each day to help carry the burdens of others? Share the truth and learn each other's journey. What better way to live together in harmony? Celebrate what is happening locally and visit these places that honor others and be a part of that celebration. A passion for the homeless children can spill over all around the world and even back to us. Saturday summary. Remember, each individual is important. Carry each other's burdens. Share the truth and learn about each other's journey. Be aware of and celebrate local improvements and ways of honoring others. Allow your heart to be filled with a passion to help others. Sunday silence. Take a few moments of silence and list some ways that you have been able to do your part in helping humanity hang together in a stronger, kinder manner this week. Pause and reflect. List a few ways you have been able to carry a few burdens for someone else this week. Pause and reflect. How have you faced the truth and learned about someone else's journey this week? Pause and reflect. What local improvement have you visited this week, and how have you honored someone else? Pause and reflect. List ways your heart could be a larger part of how you connect to the world, even to the needs of the smallest child. Pause and reflect. This is Daryl R. Peebles behind the old microphone, or the old man behind the mic, and offering something positive, personal, and professional every day to help motivate us all. I also do things outside the microphone, look at the list and see if there are other ways that I might be of help and assistance to you. If you want to contact me, remember, coming up first, before you contact me, it's ready. It publishes November 7th. I am fortunate. The new study guide journal is out. It's on Amazon. So November the 7th, know that I appreciate you, your encouraging ideas and support, and just contact me at any of these places anytime and let me know how I might be able to assist you. And so remember, this is Daily Dose of Daryl, the Viewer's Digest, encouraging you to have a great day. Make it a great day. It's the only one you have. God bless you.